Okay, good morning. I'm Scott Moon for scottmoonwriter.com. Welcome to my video blog or vlog, as you might want to call it. Um, I'm a hot mess today because I've been sick and I don't get sick a lot. And when I do, it's usually kind of minor. It's more me just complaining and whining than actually being terribly miserable. Um, but I guess we all suffer in our own way. So, anyway, I'm kind of cold. I turned off my heater down here. And the reason I say I'm a hot mess, besides obviously being sick, I got my sweatshirt on inside out because it's a work sweatshirt. And I don't really think I'm supposed to put it to personal use. And so if you're looking at me going, man, he looks rough and scruffy and his shirt's on inside out, that's on purpose. The rough and scruffy is just that's kind of the Scott you get when I'm on a writing day. I'm off today. I never can quite get the camera angle. Like, do I look right into the camera? I look over here? Do I look up there? Who knows? But so I took today off. Today's normally a work day for me. I took it off. My wife wanted to try out a new spin class with some of her friends from work. And I'm like, I'm all for that because that makes her happy. And if mama's happy, everybody's happy, right? And I'm sure that someday this is going to mean I'm going to get drugged into that and we'll try it. I like doing different types of workouts. Not an incredibly talented athlete, but I definitely like to train. So, whatever. So, today, and I'm trying to look at what I put on this um, description. I think we were talking about dragging anywhere and why I like to work when I'm sick. Historically, for me, I've often been really productive for like my own personal stuff when I'm sick. At work, it's a little different, but I've often done good writing while I'm sick, and I don't know why. I never feel like writing, but for some reason, being kind of under the weather usually gets me fairly focused if I can get out of bed and write. I don't take a lot of cold medicine. I used to back when you had what was it, Drixoral or whatever. So that was probably like Sudafed enhanced, whatever. So maybe that's why I was all writing productive. Um, but I took a little bit of ibuprofen and I've been drinking lots of water and trying to eat some fruits and stuff. So anyway, hitting here there. So today we're talking about Dragon Anywhere. Have kind of a love-hate relationship with voice dictation. I use Dragon. I used to use it on my PC laptop, which worked pretty good, but that laptop's kind of bit the dirt. I have a Mac, which I really love, and I use Dragon Dictation the with the Mac. There's a few things that make it easier. I read a book on basically dictating for Dragon. You can find it on Amazon. There's not that many of them out there. I'll try to look it up and put it in the show notes on this. I'm itching my calf. Sorry, I can't help it. Um, so, but it said that one of the tips it gave was to dictate into a text editor, like you would do if you're coding HTML. Um, you don't code into Word or other things like that because Word has its own HTML in it. It's better to do your HTML coding in some sort of text editor designed for that, or just a plain text. What do they call it? Text box, whatever. And the idea is that using Dragon Dictation into a text editor instead of Word or Scrivener or Google Docs, it doesn't confuse it and it works more accurately. That's mostly true. Everybody knows the Dragon Dictation for Macs is glitchy. And it's like I'm going to swear and smash things glitchy sometimes. Sometimes it's great. So, like an example, I'll be dictating along, having, into the flow, the creativity is going great. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of your talking, the cursor jumps into the middle of another part of the document and just starts putting stuff in there. And so now you have all these words inside, like right in the middle of another word. And it can be a real hassle to dig it back out and put it where it's supposed to go. So that's horrible. The other thing you're going to find with dictation is that it takes more editing and proofreading because it'll interpret your words as different words. For me, it likes to do, excuse me, it likes to do in the word NIN instead of and. Several things like that. Character names, it can do goofy things like I'm writing Dark Landing right now, and that one of the characters' name is Thaddeus, and so it will say that is instead of Thaddeus, and I'll have to correct it. Not too much of a problem. It'll say Daddy. It'll say Dad if I say Thad instead of Thaddeus. Lots of things like that. I've read several people and chatted with people that say they will give their characters a generic name and then just find replace it later. That works okay. I don't really like that. But what I usually do is I'll just type the name real quick and then dictate. And I'll type my speculative fiction, my fantasy science fiction type names, descriptions, words that are made up. The dictation. You can train it to say those words on the Mac, and it doesn't work as good. And on the Dragon Anywhere, which I will demonstrate, you can't. You can add spellings, but you can't like say it, and so it you have a mixed. You kind of can train it. You kind of can't. You can add words to Dragon Anywhere. Excuse me. You can add words to Dragon